I worship because I have to, because God calls me to and I need to obey. Like, basically worship to me is one of the greatest ways that I connect to God. When I enter into worship, I know that I'm entering into the presence of the Lord. A word got spoken over me that I basically need to receive the love of my Abba Father, that I need to just allow Him to envelop me in His arms and receive that. And that's really hard for me. That was something that I've just struggled with. And later that week, actually after the gathering, God basically spoke to me during worship and said, I have loved you with an everlasting love. Receive my love. Basically go ahead and know that it's never ending, it's never changing, and just to receive that from me. And so I just grabbed onto that word, and then the next night I went to a worship service, and I have at times been kind of timid in worship. I just am so focused on what other people are thinking or what they're seeing when they see me, that I haven't fully entered into it. I haven't engaged in worship, and there's times when I'm not feeling it, I'm not feeling the worship, and it's almost like God kicks me in the face and is just like, this isn't about you, this is about me, this is about bringing glory to my name, and that's why I'm calling you to worship. I just went into worship and I felt God say, you go into worship as an act of obedience to me, and to know that I'm going to meet you where you're at, and that I'm going to break down walls in your life, and that I'm going to completely transform you. And I was like, all right, God, this is what I'm doing. I'm coming in humbly before you as an act of worship, as an act of obedience, to just come into your presence. And that night, I worshiped like I've never worshiped before, and the joy of the Lord was ridiculous. I experienced just His love, His joy, His grace in my life, and I can't even put into words how amazing that was. I worship because I can't do anything else. I want that joy, I want that love, I want that peace, and just to have that time with God, to know that that He sees me as His daughter, as His child. And in that time, there's no one else in the room. There's no one else around. It's just me and God. And I can dance for Him. I can shout for Him. I can sing for Him. I can be on my knees in tears for Him. I can lay on the floor and just soak in His presence in that time of worship. It's just such intimacy. I can't put it into any of the words. The feelings and just the experiences I've had when I fully engage in worship with the Lord. It completely blows me away. I've tasted and seen that the Lord is good. I've tasted just a piece of that, of that joy and of that love, and I want more. I can't get enough of it. I want more of it. And it's not even just in corporate worship. It's not in times with so many people around or at a church service. I can worship God in the grocery store. I can worship God in my car, driving home. I love the Lord. I love just the joy that He brings me. I love being able to worship Him in spirit and in truth everywhere, everywhere, in my classroom, at school, just walking around while the kids are working and just having that connection and that worship with God. I love it. I can't fully describe it, but yeah, God is amazing, and He's blowing my mind and He's rocking my world, and I worship Him because I have to. It's just inside me and I have to.